Good afternoon, everybody. It is meteorologist Adrian weather forecast, and welcome back to the video. So guys, this is going to be an update on the severe weather that's actually moving to parts of. So we have two parts of this. We have some possible flooding threats for the Midwest and possible tornado threats and large hail threats for parts of the South Central, all the way to parts actually to the Southeast. So yeah, guys, this is going to be another update on those possible issues. And before we get to this video, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm on my way to 1K, and if we get to 1,000 subscribers, I will possibly do a shout out video. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel or tell any friends or something like that. But yeah, so guys, let's get to the active alerts then. So this is basically in the circle. This is basically where these active alerts will be for this with the storm. There's the alerts that are related to the storm. So if we go like the one that really pops out is the dark green because it's there the most. So that dark green is actually flash flood watches and flood watches. So that's in effect for Kansas, Missouri, and then area in Texas, Arkansas, and Louisiana. In this bright green, we have some flood warnings, flash flood warnings. Or sorry, we have some flood warnings and flood advisories in these dark light green colors, and then we have some flood warnings for the counties next to the Mississippi River, and then we have some flood warnings for Oklahoma. So in this circle, this is where we have one of the worst weather right now. Currently, we currently have a tornado warning near the Shreveport area. Shreveport's actually under severe thunderstorm warning. We have some severe thunderstorm watches in the southeastern part of Texas. Tornado watches in effect for parts of the eastern part of Texas and southwestern part of Arkansas and the western part of Louisiana. So this is what's going on here, and we have a flash flood warning in a small county near the Austin area, and then we have some flood warnings around that too. So that's basically the active alert. So yeah. So let's get to the radar, guys. Let me just move this out. Okay, so this was like an hour from now. So an hour from now, we have some really strong rain. It's not really gonna be like a thunderstorm, more or less just gonna be the just heavy rain. Possibly some thunder or two, but not going to be a threat for tornadoes here. Just going to be some possible light thunderstorms and just heavy rain. So here would be most likely for the heaviest rain, and then for the northern part of Iowa is where we can have those possible thunderstorms. In the area around this, we have a lot of rain in this circle, and then some light to moderate rain for the Dakotas, and a heavy band for the Nebraska and Kansas area. But that's in an hour from now. If we go the next couple of hours, we're gonna have some really heavy rain for the. We're gonna have a really heavy band for the northern part of Illinois and the central and southern part of Wisconsin. It is very rare to actually see severe weather like this in the northern part of Illinois and southern part of Wisconsin. Usually you just get snow or light rain, but it is very rare to have this really strong thunderstorms for northern Illinois. It's something you don't really see every day. But we can have some possible tornadoes in this heavy band in northern Illinois, possible tornadoes, large hail, and possible damaging winds. And then we still have some possible flooding threats for the Dakotas area. Some light rain will just stay in there. Very heavy rain for the northern Wisconsin area and southern part of the Hand area of the Michigan area. So that's where we can have some possible heavy rain, and then heavy rain from the Madison area. It's going to be clear for the Milwaukee and Green Bay area, and then we have some possible really heavy snow actually going to go into the northern part of Minnesota and southern part of that Hand in Michigan. So if we go to the next couple hours, near tomorrow or closer to tomorrow, we have a really heavy band actually that stretches from the western western coast near Lake Michigan, from Michigan all the way to parts of the northwestern part of Indiana. We have some possible heavy rain for southern Illinois, some possible rain showers for northern Wisconsin, and then we have some possible snow for the near the Minneapolis area to the northern tip. And then that's going to bring some heavy bands for the Detroit area. Going to bring some heavy bands. It's going to be scattered little bands across the Ohio Valley, just little bands. So it's going to be very complex. It's going to break up a lot. So we're going to have a lot of little bands of heavy rain across. So you can get rain 1 minute and then another band heading your way. So just be careful, as you're not just going to get hit by one band. And then that can also bring some possible severe weather for the Cleveland area and then for parts of Indianapolis area, you can have some little rain showers every minute, or sorry, not every minute, every 5 minutes or so. So this is what's going on right now for the South Central. Now we have some really heavy rain, a really heavy band for the northeastern part of Texas right now, and a heavy band for the South Central part of Texas, and then we have some really heavy bands of rain for the southwestern part of Arkansas. Let's go to the next couple hours. It is really going to start pouring near the Little Rock area, north of that area. North of Little Rock is where we have a possible EF2 tornado to an EF3, and then that's going to stretch into a band near the Shreveport area. Shreveport is currently under severe thunderstorm warning, which can possibly turn into a tornado warning, or sorry, tornado watch. And then we're going to have some little bands of pure, just some possible heavy rain and then possible light rain at some times. But this is where we're going to have the biggest band so far. So the threat tonight will be more in the Arkansas and Shreveport area. And then we're gonna have, once that pressure system, or once that storm kind of goes away, starts to evaporate, we're gonna have another low system form in the northern part, or the eastern part of Texas, and that's gonna bring some really heavy bands for the Little Rock area. The southwestern part of Arkansas can have some really powerful storms, and then for the eastern part of Texas can have some more strong storms. So it's gonna not just be today, but tomorrow, and then that's gonna move. This band can move into the southeast, actually, as we go near the Monday area. So that's where we're going to have these bands. So basically, it's stretching all the way to Indiana to the Shreveport area. It's going to be quite a put together storm. It's going to be coming in with a curve, with that possible high pressure system that's going to bump it up a little bit. But we're going to have some really strong bands for the northern part of Louisiana. Possible heavy rain for the possible tornadoes in this area for the Tennessee and Mississippi border, and then some possible large hail and damaging winds for the Kentucky and Illinois area. And then that's where we're gonna, as we go later all the way in the next couple of hours, we're gonna have this just a lot of rain left over. So like we saw in the Ohio Valley, just a lot of rain, just scattered little bands as it's gonna evaporate. It's gonna have little bands all over the place with some possible rain. So just be careful. Once this big band goes away, we're just gonna have that next system to form, and then we'll have those scattered little rain showers. So guys, this just updated right now. We just got a new enhanced risk for the Shreveport and for the eastern part of Texas and southern part of Arkansas. It literally just got here like 10 minutes ago, so it's really new. And yeah, it like just popped up when I was getting these slides, or the these websites out. So we have a marginal risk for stretching all the way near the Springfield area, actually the Chicago, all the way to parts of the Dallas area, and the Houston area, and the Fort Worth area, and Oklahoma City. Memphis will be in there too. We have a population of 33 million people under the marginal risk, so that's where we get some people, just maybe marginal risk. You just watch out, see if you get those little outer bands. So we go in the slight shift, that's where we're getting a bit closer into that more severe area with a population of about 10 million. This includes some cities like San Antonio, Austin, Little Rock, Tyler, and College Station, Texas. College Station, Texas, I looked, if you saw my video yesterday, they were actually close to 5,000 joules per kilogram. Now, if you're in the enhanced risk, you are just getting this right now. So those that means those really strong thunderstorms are getting closer and closer, and as it just updated. And so yeah, if you're in the enhanced risk, you do have the biggest threat today for the whole day. Out of the whole country, you have the biggest threat for the severe weather, and that's including parts of Shreveport, Bossier City, Louisiana, Shreveport, Lufkin, Texas, and Marshall, Texas. So we have those small little towns, except for Shreveport, but we have those really strong thunderstorms. The summary has damaging winds and a few tornadoes, and severe hail will be possible today through tonight, particularly across central and east Texas, into northern Louisiana and southern Arkansas. So that's where we have that general location. If we go to day 2, that's when those bands are going to start moving to the east and to the northeast. So it's going to forming here. It's going to move to the northeast and also just generally to the east, like a typical spring thunderstorm will go through. So that marginal risk can actually include all the way to Columbus, Columbus, Ohio, all the way to the San Antonio area and Houston area. So that there's a population of 32 million under that marginal risk, and we have Houston, San Antonio, Indianapolis, Columbus, Ohio, and Austin, Texas. So now, if you're in the slight chance, you do have the biggest threat tomorrow so far for the severe weather, unless they put an enhanced risk like right here, late minute. But that's a population of 17 million people, and it's including big cities like Memphis, Nashville, Louisville, Lexington, Fayette, Connecticut, or sorry, Kentucky, and also Baton Rouge, Louisiana, so the capital of Louisiana. And then we have Jackson in there. We have Jackson, Mississippi in there too. If we go to the day 3, we're going to have a marginal risk for the mid-Atlantic states, and then the South as those little bands. So this is actually kind of cool. You can see like how they are associated. So you're going to have these two systems where I have all that rain there, and then the severe weather here. So once this like severe weather is done in the Midwest, it's going to bring those small little, like we saw on the radar, small little bands across the Northeast and the Ohio Valley. So that's where we're going to have that marginal risk there for those areas that might get more of those bands. Same thing here, like we saw on the radar, small little bands of heavy rain across the South. And then this is where it's going to get more of those small little bands. So it's kind of cool that you just see that. So that's where we're going to have the marginal risk, including Houston, Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and Belmont, Texas. And then some areas in the Appalachians. So guys, let's check out the amount of rain for parts of the U.S. Corn Belt or the Midwest. So yeah, it's actually gonna be quite surprising. If you live in the South like me, you're like, how's this a lot of rain? But if you live up north in the Midwest, you usually don't get this amount of rain. So it's gonna be, just hear me out, guys. In Minneapolis, 1.6 inches to 1.8. Now that is a lot of rain for the Minneapolis for one storm. Usually they just get that maybe for 3 storms, because they usually don't get like a lot of heavy rain or severe weather. They just get the light rain, possibly like we see in this case, snow. But if you're in the South, you're totally like, how's that a lot? Just a D away, that it's colder, so it's not going to have that more severe weather. But it's very rare to have 1 inch or more in one storm, one pressure system in the north. So yeah. And then we're going to have a band stretching all the way to Canada, to parts of the South, through the Ohio Valley. Going to have up to more than an inch. We're going to have 1.5 inches to 2 inches for the eastern part of Illinois. And then Chicago going to actually have less than an inch. And then northern Indiana can get 1.8 inches to about 2 inches. And this is where you can see that difference. Where you go south, the more you get rain, so the more rain you get. So if you go to southern Missouri, up to 4 inches, in the northern Kentucky area, up to 3 inches actually too, and 3.5 in the central part of Kentucky. So let's get to the South, guys. South Central is getting a lot of rain. So typically all the way from the Texas area all the way to near the Mississippi River, we're going to have a lot of rain, especially right here and right here and right here. So basically, if you're in the circle, you're getting a lot of rain. So if you're right here all the way to the near the Baton Rouge area, all the way to the near the Austin area, and then near the Little Rock, south of the Little Rock area too. So right here in the circle, we can actually, if you're right in that small little dot in there, you can actually have more than 8.5 inches of rain. That is tremendous, like a lot of rain. So just be careful, guys. And then generally in this circle, it can stretch up all the way to 4.5 inches to 8 inches. So just be careful, guys. And then we have same amount, but a bit less. We have 6 inches in that little dot for the southwestern part of Arkansas. And we have a good amount of 4.5 inches of 5 in the southeastern part. And then near the Shreveport can get to 2 to 5 inches. And then near the New Orleans area can actually get to 2 inches. The Dallas area can actually get 1.5 inches. And then actually the Memphis area going to get a lot of rain, up to 4.5 inches. So this is why we have those flood warnings for the Mississippi area or the Mississippi River. So just be careful, guys, with the possible like rain or all that. All right, so let's get to the southeast, guys, since it's going to affect the southeast now. So we already saw the amounts here. But let's check out near the Mississippi River right here to the west or the east of the Mississippi River. So the Jackson can actually get to 1.5 inches to 1 inch. and then the Birmingham area can actually get to maybe about less than an inch, maybe at most less than an inch. And then the North Georgia area can actually get from an inch to an inch and a half. And then from there, not going to be a lot of accumulation, just maybe less than an inch here. But yeah, not going to be a lot of rain for the southeast. But once we have another system coming in for the Tuesday area, that's where you can get a lot of rain. So guys, let's check out the Cape really quick. So yeah, this is the Cape for 8 p.m. tonight. So let's get near the San Antonio area. We're going to get some high numbers, 4,300 joules per kilogram. And just south of the area, 5,300 and 5,200 south of the San Antonio area. Corpus Christi going to get 3,600. And then north of that, 4,200. The Houston area going to get really high numbers, actually 4,000. North of the area, 4,600. Let's go all the way to tomorrow, guys, for you guys to see what's going to happen tomorrow. So tomorrow at 2 p.m., it's gonna the high numbers of Cape are gonna be widespread. Actually, let's go from east to west. So we need the Mobile area 2,600, Jackson 3,300, the really southern part of Mississippi 4,300, Baton Rouge 4,200, New Orleans 3,800, Lafayette 4,000, Lake Charles 4,000, northern part of Louisiana 5,000 actually. We have a 4,500, Shreveport at 3,500. But if we go into the west or the eastern part of Texas, we actually have some high numbers. We have some 4,800s, 4,000 near the Lufkin, 4,000, and then we go near the College Station area. Actually, we have 4,700 and 4,600, and then south of the area can actually get up to 4,700 and actually 4,900. 8 p.m. tomorrow, so like people are coming in for Thursday night after work. It's going to be some really high numbers actually for the western part of Louisiana to the eastern part of Texas. So you can really see how elevated it is. Like, it's really surprising to see these high numbers. If we go to the northern part of, or the eastern part of Texas, 4,800, Lufkin, 4,800. We actually have 4,800. The Huntsville actually is 5,100, 5,200. The Woodlands is at 4,400, and Cypress 5,100, and then 4,800 near the College Station. But actually, really high numbers for the southern part of Mississippi: 4,500, 4,600, 4,500, 4,600. Near the Alexandria, but north we have 4,800. So we have some really high numbers to go into the tomorrow, and then tomorrow or on Friday at 2 p.m. It's a bit we have some quite a bit of energy for the southeast area, and then it's going to be a lot calmer in Texas. It's going to be possibly having a break from that severe weather. But yeah, so guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry for my runny nose. I felt a little sick for the past couple days. I've been stuffy all day today, so I'm sorry about if like it's bothering you. So just want to let you guys know. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. I want to let you guys know ahead of time I possibly will not post, or there is a chance I might not post tomorrow, but there is a 50-50 chance I won't post tomorrow. I'm going to the mall of Georgia, and I'm going to see the Endgame movie, so there's a possibility I might not post, but again, it's a 50-50, so just stay tuned. And then Friday I cannot post because I have a sleepover right after school, so I won't be able to post Friday for sure. But yeah, see you guys in the next video, and bye.